What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another video. Today we're going to be doing my Premier League predictions for matchday number 28. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. Do let me know your predictions in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, SofaScore. It's a free app to download, and they're going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest scores from around the grounds, not just in England, but from the rest of Europe and the world, as well as all the other sports that you guys like to follow. It's a cracking app, highly rated. Please do go and check it out. Anybody that does download the SofaScore app using my link in the description does help to support the future content created here on my channel. Remember, the app is free to download, so it is worthwhile getting. So, I'm going to crack on with this video. We're going to start off by speaking about my predictions for matchday number 27 in the Premier League, and I got 1 correct score, 4 correct results, and 5 incorrect overall. Not great, graded myself a 3 out of 10, and Saturday wasn't a very good day for my predictions. So I had a Chelsea win away at Brentford 2-1, finished 2-2, poor result for Chelsea, good point for Brentford. Everton West Ham, I had it down as a 1-1. Everton lost that game 3-1, good win for West Ham, but Everton, yeah, that bottom, towards the bottom of the table is getting very tight down there. Fulham against Brighton, I had that down as a 2-0 Fulham win, finished 3-0, went exactly how I thought it would. Fulham are a very good team at Craven Cottage, will take some beating. Newcastle taking on Wolves, I put a curveball and thought Wolves might be able to win that game. And do you know, every time I predict Wolves to win, they lose, and every time I predict Wolves to lose, they go and win. So Wolves fans that are watching this, I'm sure you'll be wanting me to predict you guys to lose, because it may well mean that you win this weekend. But yeah, I had that down as a 2-1 Wolves win, and it was a 3-0 solid Newcastle win, and a needed 3 points for Newcastle there. In the Nottingham Forest Liverpool game, I had that down as a 4-0 Liverpool win. I thought they'd storm to victory, to be honest, but that early goal, that goal in the first half that settled everybody down, never came. And once you get to half time and you're in a must-win situation and it's 0-0, you have doubt, and it becomes more and more difficult. And if a team's going to be stubborn and you get to 60, 70 minutes, all of a sudden, loads of doubt is in your mind. And that's exactly what happened here with Liverpool. Liverpool had an off day. Yeah, they've had some injuries, but they were having an off day, and the game was there for Nottingham Forest to win. They just couldn't find that clinical touch. And then right at the end, the big controversy of the weekend, corner comes in, there's a clash of heads, I think, between the goalkeeper and the Liverpool defender. The ball swings out to the Nottingham Forest player on the edge of the penalty area, and then the whistle stops for the head injury, which is what should happen. And what should happen from there is the ball's then given back to the team that was in possession, which was Nottingham Forest, and that never happened. And the referee has taken blame for that. So the referee in charge of that game isn't taking charge of any game this weekend. And Liverpool go up the other end, win themselves a corner. Nottingham Forest defend that corner, and then 20 seconds into overtime on added time, there was 8 minutes added on. There was a goalkeeper injury earlier in the half, which is why so much was added on, and there was some substitutions made, but no goals were scored. So 6-7 minutes might have been more correct, but Premier League do have a habit, in particular when there's dramatic situations, to put on a little bit longer just to see if there's any drama to get everybody talking about it. And Premier League will be absolutely delighted that Liverpool managed to win that game, keep the title race very interesting, put everybody else, Manchester City and Arsenal, under pressure, and it gets everybody talking about the Premier League as well, where Nottingham Forest felt sick to their stomachs, and I really do feel for them. Nearly managed to grab a decent point. If only they'd cleared it at the end. Darwin Nunez pops up with a header and finds a winner for Liverpool, and a needed 3 points for them. Tottenham Hotspur taking on Crystal Palace. I had that down as a 1-0 Spurs win, finished 3-1. Wasn't comfortable for Spurs, but they did get the 3 points. And finally on Saturday, I had Luton taking on Aston Villa. I had that down as a 1-0. I was nearly correct with the correct result. Nearly finished 2-2. Aston Villa grabbing a very late goal and keeping a healthy distance between them and 5th and 6th place now, and looking to try and secure Champions League football. I think there's a little bit too much for them to do to be considered title threats But, if Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal on a regular basis start to drop points, it could allow Aston Villa in. They do still have the top teams to play, so who knows? But I reckon their aim will just be to try and get Champions League football. I say just try and get Champions League football. It's a tremendous achievement for Aston Villa. And then on Sunday, Burnley, Bournemouth. I had that down as a 1-1 draw, 2-0 Bournemouth. A much needed 3 points for Bournemouth. Burnley very much looking doomed. In the Manchester derby, I had that down as a 3-1 victory for Manchester City, and that's exactly what happened. Manchester is blue. I'm a City fan, so double thumbs up there from me. And on Monday night, I had it down as a 4-0 Arsenal win, finished 6-0. Embarrassing from Sheffield United. That first half performance was really embarrassing. Them and Burnley are going down, and the amount of goals that Sheffield United are leaking in is astounding, and Arsenal just continue to score goals and going from strength to strength. So very interesting at the top of the Premier League table, and that's going to get even more interesting this weekend. So Saturday 9th of March, you've got Manchester United taking on Everton in the early kickoff. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Manchester United in that game. I think they'll get back to winning ways. Everton, I just don't think have enough to challenge Manchester United, so going for a 2-1 win for them. As I said, early kick-off that game being broadcast live here in the UK on TNT Sport. Into the 3 p.m. games, only 3 p.m. games this weekend after having quite a few last weekend. How many was it? Was it 6, I think it was? Yeah, 6 games it was. Just 3 p.m. games this weekend. You got Bournemouth taking on Sheffield United. Another big game there for Bournemouth, going for a 3-0 win because Sheffield United just seem way off the pace. So going for a comprehensive win there for Bournemouth and gets their goal difference up as well. Crystal Palace taking on Luton. I think Palace will win that game, going for a 2-1 win there for Crystal Palace and Luton. I'm not suggesting the wheels are going to start to fall off there, but I can see a little gap potentially over the next 2 or 3 weeks starting to appear between obviously 19th and 20th place and then 18th place and above. I can see a little gap appear in there, going for a 2-1 Palace win. Wolves Fulham, I've gone for a draw. There you go. I'm not going for a Wolves win or a Wolves loss, sitting right on the fence. Going for a 1-1 draw between Wolves and Fulham. And in the evening kickoff, you got Arsenal taking on Brentford in the 5:30 p.m. GMT kickoff time game. I'm going for a 4-0 Arsenal win there. Can't see anything other than an Arsenal 3 points, to be honest. I mean, Brentford might be stubborn and park a bus and might try and keep the score down. Arsenal tend to just attack right from the off and try and grab that opening goal, and it's something they've done very well over the last few weeks, and I see this being the same, and I can see Arsenal trying to get into a very quick fire 2-3 goal lead, then take players off and start to take the foot off the gas because they've got a Champions League game midweek, big game coming up for them against FC Porto. So going for a 4-0 win there for Arsenal, that game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. On to Super Sunday, and it doesn't get any more super than this Sunday. You got Aston Villa taking on Tottenham Hotspur. Huge game in the race for top 4 football there, and Spurs need 3 points. I think Aston Villa are going to get 3 points, and I think that'll be that for the top 4 for me. So going for a 2-1 Aston Villa win. That game kicking off at 1 p.m. live on Sky Sports. And you've got 2 games kicking off at 2 p.m. You've got Brighton and Hove Albion taking on Nottingham Forest, going for a 2-0 Brighton win there. Nottingham Forest, they could well get something from this game, but I'm going with Brighton to get the 3 points. And the other game, you got West Ham taking on Burnley. Again, just don't see anything other than a West Ham win, so going for a comfortable 2-0 win there for West Ham at the London Stadium. And then you've got the big one, Liverpool taking on Manchester City, 3:45 p.m. GMT, live on Sky Sports. It just doesn't get any bigger than that. First place taking on second place at Anfield. It's a must-win game for Manchester City. City don't win that game, it's out of Manchester City's hands for the title race. Liverpool will be thinking, do not lose this game. A win for Manchester City, you can see City going from strength to strength, and a win for Liverpool here, and you imagine Liverpool are going to take some stopping when it comes to winning the Premier League. So this is a huge title deciding game, and because of that I'm going for the same result of a draw that happened at the Etihad earlier in the season. Going for a draw in this game. I can see it with all the build-up just being underwhelming and finishing 0-0. Liverpool being happy with the point, and Manchester City will say, do you know what? Liverpool have taken a point off us and we've gained a point off them earlier in the season. Same again here. We're happy to take this into a ding-dong battle into the last, 11 games of the season and see where we go from there. So I'm going for a 0-0. That is underwhelming. proper on the fence. And in the final game on Monday night, 11th of March, you got Chelsea taking on Newcastle, 8 p.m, live on Sky Sports. Going for Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1, I can see again. I'm sitting on the fence a lot this week. I say sitting on the fence, draws are very hard to predict, to be honest, but again, I just can't see these two sides being separated, so I'm going for a 1-1 draw. So there we go, they have been my predictions for the upcoming Premier League matchday number 28 fixtures in the Premier League. Do let me know your predictions in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Do subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. I want to say a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Thank you very much to SofaScore for sponsoring today's video. Do go and check them out. It is a free app to download. They'll keep you up to date with all the latest scores. It's a very highly rated app. I absolutely love having SofaScore, and I'm not just saying that because they're sponsoring the video. Genuinely, I think it's a brilliant app. It's great to finally have an app where I can not only just check football scores in one place, but I have access to all the other sports scores as well, whether that be following rugby or cricket, NFL, any of the sports. Even darts is on there as well for you to stay up to date with the Premier League that's currently happening in the darts. It's all there in one app. It's brilliant. Go and check it out. Use my link in the description. Downloading the SofaScore app using my link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So please do go and check that out. And I will see you all again real soon for the next video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.